try to get behind his blocker. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Nittany Lions offense will have the first possession of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, and when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Might as well stick with him. There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Howard. Working that wide receiver screen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Ready to fire from the pistol. The play action fake. Looking down the middle. Got a man. It's Johnson. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. It's got to make a statement tonight.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Minnesota's offense will go to work for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw him, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's going to run it. Quarterback gets the first down. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39.
And that's the extra feel you get with this team. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding third down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space right up the middle, pulls it down, runs it straight ahead, and goes and gets the big third down conversion.
Finds his back in the middle. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And they get a sack there from the linebacker position. There you have it. Linebacker U. This is Penn State defense as we know it. LeVar Arrington, Micah Parsons, Navarro Bowman, Sean Lee. Every year it seems like they're pumping another dude into the NFL, and this guy has a chance to be the next one.
And the Golden Gophers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. We've reached the break, and Penn State is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Changing the play. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle it down short. They'll stop him at the 3. 2nd down coming up with this red zone opportunity. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Quick strike through the air for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'll start this drive with a chance to break into the open.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
They feed him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They bring the punter onto the field now. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Give to the running back. Got the first down and more. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. To the
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds his big tight end. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Running to Green. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. The Golden Gophers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll try the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
He might want another play. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And this one splits the uprights. There is a flag on the play. Now, this is on the defense. It might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty is going to give the offense a 1st down. They'll give it to the back. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. It's a draw. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out.
Looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Minnesota!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their 1st game, and you've seen it here in this one, too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Here comes the heat. Got his man downfield. There he goes. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
I love it when they slip it to the fullback. He's a guy that, blocks a lot, so always in the box blocking, and then you sneak him by those linebackers and try to give him a touch or two to get some positive yards.
Now on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Flowers. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the 1st down.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing now.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They make the stop. and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Power sport. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking for a man. It's Howe. That's a go to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Fit it in the window for the score.
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
He'll bring it out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Finds his tight end. They stay aggressive and push their way out through the 33, and it's first down. And the Golden Gophers in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got him downfield. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little time. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
I love it. First down. Let's be aggressive. Let's throw the football. But how about the quarterback? He does a great job in the pocket, buying time. Oh, nobody open, scrambles around, and more importantly, ends the run, gets the first down, and doesn't get whacked. Beautiful.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. More than enough time in the pocket, and he fires left. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they can get them to the line of scrimmage and get going. And it's them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead. That gives them tremendous confidence heading into halftime.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Just about set to get this second half underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Looking to buy time. Fires downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And for defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys.
Turning it off! Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead. Be smart with the football. You drop back, it's a scramble. The quarterback pulls it down, makes the play. Nice job. This is how you play with the lead. Take what the defense gives you and don't make mistakes.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Golden Gophers can really attack on this second and short. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Oh, what a move to get open. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. And the Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Running on the jet. Touchdown, Minnesota! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. BYU is just steamrolling its way to victory today. No way the experts saw this coming. A lead that just keeps growing and growing. They're up by 30 over Mississippi State. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Under fire. Caught over the middle. It's Roberts. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to throw. It's out. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Nittany Lions really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Found the spot in the defense. Oh, he's got some space. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Touchdown, Penn State! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. So here they come going for it on 4th and long. The aftershocks of that earlier sack still reverberating. Pocket breaking down. On the move at the 30. Got the first down himself. He's running free down the middle. He's at the... And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
And that's the danger on defense about playing this guy. You've got to keep him in the pocket. If you let him get outside, he can hurt you throwing it, or he can take off and kill you. And that's what he did right there. Moving forward, they have got to do a better job containing this QB.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Connor. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. He'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. Rushes on him. Fights off a defender. Get as far as you can and then get down. Don't take that hit. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll return it from around the 50. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. The give to the tailback. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Just a short pass to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Offense getting set for 1st down. They're going to ride this running back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. We reach the break. It's Minnesota holding the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. And the Golden Gophers have their offense in high gear. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd and goal for the offense. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. Moves around to clear up the vision. Touchdown, Minnesota! And the stomping has commenced.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Using his feet.
Picks up 4. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give out of the gun. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Hout. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickel. Dimes, bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. This offense has it with really good field position. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He'll pull it down and run. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get 1st downs.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game, offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. First down here for the offense. And apparently oblivious to the concept of the play clock, it's another delay of game penalty. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. On first down, here comes this offense. The give to the back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And that ball is in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And that's why a lot of kids want to play for this coach, because they know that when they get into games, even if it's late, coach is going to let them go play ball, go have fun, take shots and try to come up with big plays. This offense right now, man, they're just having fun.
He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Golden Gophers are on the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Try to barge their way in. He is going nowhere, and this defense is manhandling this running game on the last couple of snaps. So they will eschew the short field goal attempt and instead try to score from the 5 on 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Fires to the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on. The defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Oh, do you just hate to see it? Blew the extra point. A pretty short drive there, covering 38 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe it's something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Offense in a bunch formation. Scanning the field is Howell. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. Defense dropping into soft coverage. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off.